Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a very, very sunny Puerto Pollença this afternoon. Now, let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. Let me pick up the camera. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a very gorgeous day here in Puerto Pollença. It is, well, we're rolling into the third week of November this week, and I just can't believe the weather. Look, I'm here again in my t-shirt and my shorts. It doesn't feel like winter at all. I mean, this time last year, exactly this time last year, it was cold, we'd had storms. It was very, very hard to live stream in resorts like this because of the wind, but check it out. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous today. Now, I'm just going to turn the camera around to give you some more amazing views, but I do have a few thank yous to do for some super chats which are already here waiting for me. Big thanks to Tommy Moffat. Tommy, thank you very much. I know you're going to be watching this on catch up, so thank you very much for your super chat this afternoon. John, good afternoon. And you're watching from rainy Manchester. Lee, hello, good afternoon to you too. Kerry, it's your birthday. A huge happy birthday from everyone over here in Mallorca to Kerry, and it's for you're in from a very rainy Rotherham this afternoon. Oh my goodness. Deborah as well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your super chat, and Sharon too. Oh my goodness, guys, I have to say a huge I wasn't expecting that at all. I'm just scrolling through the chat and I can see all the supers. Goodness. You know, I wasn't going to continue with the live streams this winter. I thought I would give them a break. I thought you'd all be tired of them. But look, as long as there's an audience for my live streams, I'm going to come out and live stream. And particularly, as you can see, the very gorgeous Puerto Pollença behind me. And we've got some fantastic live streaming conditions. I'm going to just keep going, okay, until we hit some really bad weather. Because I'm pretty sure winter will hit soon enough. We're going to get the storms, we're going to get the rain and the cloudy days. So if I can live stream on a Sunday, I'll do my very best to do so. Okay, let's get walking. You can see where I am. I'll just turn the camera, turn the camera around. Right, we're on right near by the La Roca little beach hut here, little Chiringuito, which is now closed. I haven't gone up to the pier today just because there's so many children out. We've got loads of families having picnics. You'll see the thumbnail picture that I had for this live stream. That entire area is just overrun with children out having a fantastic time. So I didn't really want to have my camera pointing in that particular direction over there. So huge apologies for not starting a little bit further up, but you can see the difference that we've got already to the beach this afternoon. You can see that they've put the fences out to try and protect the beach from any storms that we probably more than likely will have over the winter months. These fences here will try and keep the sand on the beach and stop it all from banking up all the way down the other end of the resort. So now I'm going to start off with a few more hellos, apart from the huge thank you I've got here for all these amazing super chats. So thank you so much. I just want to add as well, everything I get from the super chats allows me to actually do these live streams. And well, as you know, no one's really thinking about holidaying in Mallorca at the moment because it's the run up to Christmas. Everyone's travel channels pretty much take a dive at this time of year, particularly if you're in a holiday destination that is very seasonal. So thank you so much. The super chats really help keep the lights on in the Mallorca Under the Sun YouTube channel. It allows me to get out to other parts of the island because I put all of those super chats into tanks of fuel to get me out and about to film. Otherwise it's just not worth my while making the videos. So thank you very much, guys. Right, who have we got in today? Let me have a quick look. I apologise. I've been ignoring you all. Sharon, good afternoon. This is your favourite place and you're going to be looking at visiting soon. Diane, hello lovely Diane, who always comments on my videos. Lovely to have you here on the live stream. We've got some swimmers in the water, look, just in front of this deck chair here. Can you believe it? We've got so many people out sunbathing today. The temperature today is a very lovely 21 degrees. There is a really slight breeze blowing today and you can feel there's a tinge of coolness in the air, but nothing that's going to make me put my jeans on at the moment. So it's a bit of a hangover from summer we seem to have with the weather over here in Mallorca for the past couple of days. But you'll notice a lot of people are wearing jeans and jumpers, and when we do get to a certain time of year, you're probably going to find really the expats still in their shorts and t-shirts like myself. I do tend to find that the locals here dress really for the season and for the month of the year rather than for the weather. So if it is October or it is November, they will dress for those months regardless of whether the sun's shining. Let me just head on down through the chat. Caroline, good afternoon. Lovely to have you here. Stephen, hello. So nice you're here. I wonder if your mum is watching as well. Lovely to have you here. And of course, I met you, Stephen, a little bit further down in the port centre. I think it was a couple of months ago now. Founder Jong, welcome from the Netherlands. Lovely to have you here. Danielle, you're calling in from a very wet Glasgow today. I think it's been pretty bad weather actually, pretty much throughout the UK, so I've heard. I know my mum is going to be watching this live stream as well, so a massive hello to you, mum, because I know you want to see some sunshine. I think every time I've been talking to my mum this week from down in Dorset, she said how awful the weather's been. So I hope this does bring you a little bit of sunshine into your homes this Sunday afternoon. But look at the hotels over here, look how quiet it is. They close down at meteoric speed, as many of you may well have witnessed if you were out here towards the end of the season. They were literally packing up around your sunbeds to get the hotels closed down. Don't know what's going on up there on that balcony there. Look, you can see it looks like they're maybe taking out flooring or something. I do like this time of year actually, just for having a good old nosy in at the hotels. I am actually outside the hotel Ulal, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is normally a lovely like sort of sunbed area. You've got some Balinese beds on this side. But look, they've banked up all their plants right outside the front of the hotel. Lots of the hotels have got these fences up as well to stop people from getting in. Let me head on back across the road. I'm going to be a little bit nosy actually at some of the other properties. I hope the signal is okay for you guys as well. Let me know if it's pretty clear. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking doing these live streams. I'm wondering whether the stream is buffering from where you're watching from. Gaz and Jules, hello, you're watching from a wet Warrington. Nancy, hello. I've not seen you before. Lovely to have you on my live stream. Camilla, good afternoon. And Andy, you're also watching from a very rainy Rotherham. Is it raining everywhere in the UK at the moment? Let me know if you're watching from anywhere in the UK that's actually got some sunshine, or indeed anywhere in Northern Europe. And also let me know if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, because it's always nice to see my international viewers as well checking in on the channel, and how absolutely gorgeous Mallorca is at this time of year. Caroline, thank you for letting me know. I won't even ask about how stable the image is. Please let me know it's stable. Look, we're just coming up here past the Hotel Pollença. Anders, you're watching from Copenhagen, and it's rainy as well. I'm sorry guys for stealing all the sunshine today. If you had booked a weekend break over here in Mallorca for this weekend, well, you would have really been in for a huge treat, because we've just had this really unseasonal weather, and I could not believe my luck yesterday when I went out to film in Alcudia. If you haven't seen my latest video, it's a beach walk along Alcudia Beach. I do have a very big Alcudia port update coming up as well, hopefully tomorrow, maybe on Tuesday. I'll see how I go. And I've got a few other videos as well also on my channel as well. I was over in Inca a few days ago. That video's had literally no views. I'm half tempted to get rid of it actually. So after this video, please go and check out my Inca video. It's actually quite interesting because it shows what one of our major towns in the centre of the island is like right after the season, and why they have such a huge fair there. And it's also good insight for you if you're coming over and you love your markets over here in Majorca, because Inca's got an amazing weekly market on. It's really well served by public transport and it's absolutely worth visiting too. I see more people in the water, just people just wading in. Absolutely love it. Jules, thanks for watching the Inca video. Gosh, it's so quiet up here. I'll be interested to see actually, when I was down in Alcudia Port yesterday, it was quite surprising as to how busy it was, and you'll see that on the video I've got coming out this week, so I've got absolutely no idea of what we're going to expect from this live today in Puerto Pollença. There are a few people having picnics on the beach. Obviously, look, you're quite spoilt for choice in terms of finding room on the sand. You can see there's a little resident picnic going on over there. Just coming up past the Tamarel's restaurant. Of course, many of you who come over here, you will have eaten here over the summer. Just going to scroll back through the chat as well. I realise I've missed a few of you out as well. Let me have a look. Rachel, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Sharon as well. I think I've said hello to you. Jim, you're watching from Glasgow and it's raining, goodness me. Mark, hello. Chris, you're watching from Reading while your dad watches from Bangor in Wales. You'll be there in August for a family holiday. Number 20, oh my goodness. You know, please comment as well in the chat how many times you've been over here to Puerto Pollença, because I always find, or I always hear from subscribers over here who I meet on my travels, and for many of you it's not actually your first visit over here to Puerto Pollença. You're all long time visitors and you've been coming here for decades. I can perfectly understand why. Check this out, look, what an absolutely gorgeous day over here. The water's got this lovely glassy glow to it as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Neil, you're coming over here on the first week of May as well. Brilliant. Tina, you're in Manchester and it's grey. It always rains in Manchester, don't know why. Bev, good afternoon. Stephen, and you're coming back next April. Great time of year to visit actually, because obviously things are going to be opening up a little bit more early on next year, so with the early Easter. So if you're coming early on in the season, I think that's an absolutely fantastic time to come. Ramon, good afternoon to yourself and Zoe, sorry. And I know it's morning over there in the United States too, so lovely to have you here on my live stream. Sorry I missed you actually, I know you came in on a cruise a while ago. Hope you had a fantastic time. Mark, I'm guessing by your YouTuber profile sticker thingy that you're from Wales. Good afternoon. Oh bless you, Stephen. Hello Stephen's mum. It's so nice to meet you a few weeks ago. Matthew, you are calling in from a rainy, what's this, Swaffham, where's that? And Rachel, you're watching from the Suffolk coast. My goodness me, look, I can see in the distance someone's just coming out of the water. It's incredible how dead it is here. It's just, I mean, what a difference from a few weeks ago when I filmed my end of season Puerto Pollença video. If you are planning your holiday for next year and you're wanting to see what the resort looks like at the various times of year, well, have a look through my videos from this year. I think I've been down here pretty much in every season. Also, Rachel, thank you very much for your comments as well. I do have on my channel a video about what Mallorca is like in December. You can see some small dogs kicking off down a little bit ahead of me as a rather large dog comes towards me. So if you are considering a winter break over here, then by all means get yourself a cheap flight and come over during the month of December, and also just enjoy Mallorca like at the time that you've never really seen it before either. Because trust me, when we have the Christmas lights going on this Thursday, everyone over here is going to be in full Christmas mode, as they probably are in other areas of the world already actually. I think we're quite late to the party. When I was over in the UK, they were playing Christmas adverts on TV, had Christmas music in the shops and stuff, and they tend to leave things a little bit later over here in Mallorca. In fact, you never really heard much about Christmas until December, and now it's just getting, like everywhere, it's just getting earlier and earlier. I was horrified to see that Aldi had the first Christmas sweets, like the turrones and all the Spanish Christmas sweets, in from October actually. That was just a terrible thing to see. So I kind of quite like to keep my Christmas content for December, so I've given you a warm up for what to expect to plan a breakout here, but of course I'll be doing some live streams and some other videos as well on the run up to Christmas. Let's try and keep it festive. Chris, good question. Any sign of the seaplane at this time of year? I'm pretty sure they would be out practicing actually. There's no reason why they wouldn't be. I haven't been down here in the day actually on a weekday during the winter for quite a while. I may pop down later on in the year, particularly if I get a chance to have a chat to a certain local council about a particularly topical issue. I will be back here in the day and I'll go and check it out and obviously make a video while I'm down here as well, so I shall let you know. Tilly, good afternoon. Good morning, sorry, it's 8:45 in Toronto. Oh my goodness, you're watching this having a breakfast. How cold is it over there? It must be absolutely freezing. You guys must have snow already. Linda, good afternoon. You're watching from Southport. The sky at this time of year, it is just incredible. I have to say, look how blue it is. I have to say, it makes my videos look absolutely amazing. When the sky is this blue, it just is so incredible, because even at this time of year, in winter, in some countries, you get this dullness to the sky, but it's just picture postcard over here at the moment. But we're just without the holiday makers. Rachel, you've never been to Mallorca. I think if you follow my channel, you'll have yourself a holiday booked pretty much after watching a few videos. There's so many gorgeous resorts here on the island to visit. Everyone asks me which is my favourite resort, and I can never actually name one. They change frequently actually, and every year we kind of go to a different beach regularly. Every year I always discover somewhere new and amazing, even though I've been living here for 18 and a half years. Just give you a few views here over the during the summer months, there's normally a little sailing school down here where you can rent boats and catamarans. I've got one catamaran left on the beach today. Tilly, it's 3 degrees in Toronto. Oh my goodness me. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we are, look, I'm just going to passing by the, it's next door to La Gola, can't see the name, it's Tolos. It's a cycling restaurant here. You've got lots of bikes out here at the moment. So this weather, I do believe, is not set to last this week. Before you hurry and book your low-cost flight over here for next weekend, Just to let you know that we are going to have a dip in temperatures over the next few days. I also have a weather warning on my phone for Palma, which is quite unusual, and we've been forecast to have some high winds as well, particularly midweek, possibility of showers, but I don't think we're going to have the 21, 22 degrees that we've been enjoying this weekend, next weekend. Let's have a quick peek across the I mean, it has to get colder down here. With the Christmas lights going on Thursday, we can't all be out on in the centre of Palma wearing our t-shirts and shorts like it's summer. It has to feel a little bit wintry here, really, and it just hasn't at all this weekend. Stephen, you've had bad news. You've put your holiday on hold until 2025. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope everything's okay with you. I'll make sure you stay connected to Mallorca in the form of my videos and my live streams as well. Let's keep heading down. I'm actually looking forward to getting out into the mountains and doing some hiking, but this weather it's just too warm to go on a serious hike up a mountain yet, which is, I don't think I've ever said in November before, actually. Oh yikes, I'm in the road, let me just cross. Got a car coming. Tilly, the temperature at the moment, it's approximately 21 degrees. In the sun it feels a lot warmer, and obviously there's no wind today either, so I'm not getting blown away. So if you're sitting in that sunshine, it does feel a lot warmer. And yesterday I really caught the sun, actually. I wasn't expecting it, and at this time of year I kind of think, oh, I won't bother putting on sun cream, and you still end up frying in the sun. I think all these videos I'm making, I'll be like leather, I'll be like a walnut by the end of the year. So if you're coming over, even if you're coming out of season, make sure you bring your Factor 50 sun cream as well, because you're going to need it. George, you watched my Inca video as well. I'm very pleased you did. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Ramon, yes, it'll be nice to meet you guys finally next year. If you're over in the Med on the cruise, it'll be lovely to meet you. Anders, you are coming over to, you're going to Nerja over the winter. That must be mainland, yeah, that's mainland Spain, and you're going to be back over here in the springtime. Andy, and you're watching from a rainy Gloucester this afternoon. Oh my goodness, I hope this sunshine kind of makes its way back up towards the UK. I've never seen so much flooding in the UK, actually, as I did back in October. We went over, well, beginning of November actually, when we went back for half term round our way in Dorset. It was crazy. So I hope it really stops raining very soon for you guys. Tina, were those fences erected during COVID on the beach? I don't know, because during the whole pandemic we weren't actually allowed up here. I did make a few videos up here, actually, and they put them up over the winter really to just protect the beach. So they probably were the first part of COVID, and they just didn't take them down when they realised there wasn't going to be very much tourism that summer until things opened up in the June. So Paul and Di, you're watching from Nottinghamshire, Farndon, I think. And you're off to Alcudia next year. Don't forget as well, anyone who's new to Mallorca too, Alcudia is just literally a 10-minute drive little bit south down the coast. So if you are staying over here in Puerto Pollensa, you're neighbouring one of the most lovely resorts too, and you can quite easily get the bus between the two resorts. Oh my goodness, I smell some amazing seafood. We're coming up towards the Brisa Marina restaurant, which is serving paella, because I can smell it. It smells amazing. Nice to see we've got some restaurants that open today. It's nice to see that it's so busy too. In fact, as I was coming into Puerto Pollensa this afternoon, I passed Can Josep, which is a little bit further up, right before you get to the main beach, and that was open too, and it was very, very busy. My goodness me, even Boutique Gelato, the ice cream shop, is open. Brilliant, I'm definitely stopping off there on the way back. Nice to see. I think this time last year it was well and truly closed for the winter. But one thing I have noticed actually with, especially down in Alcudia Port, is that there's some businesses that are really trying to stay open for as long as they possibly can do, up to and beyond Christmas as well. So now I can see we have got 127 people on this live stream this afternoon. Can I ask you all to please hit the thumbs up button, because well, it's not quite the time of year to be looking at holiday destinations. There are lots of people out there that do love this area of the island, and just by hitting that like button we'll roll the video out to other people with an interest in holidaying in Mallorca, and particularly in Puerto Pollensa too. Just come off this main strand here. Look, we've still got quite a few cyclists. Don't know whether they're holiday makers or whether they're residents over here, but these are ideal cycling conditions, I have to say. I know many of you have come over here on cycling holidays. Got a few shops open as well actually, I'm quite surprised. This isn't completely dead down here. Look, we'll have a look a little bit further down. Jono, good afternoon. Paul, hello. Rachel is asking any of you guys in the chat whether you've flown into Palma from Norwich Airport. I suspect you might have a question. Jules, you're asking me how much a boat trip is over to Menorca. Do you know what? I don't know, but I do sell them on my website. If you go onto my website, onto MallorcaUnderTheSun.com, if you go onto the experiences page and click on the activities banner for Mallorca, you can just search it up there. It's not something I've done yet actually. I know you can do a Menorca trip for a day, but it does seem to be a little bit of a shame just to go to a whole island for just one day and just be sitting on the bus for quite a few hours. It'd be quite nice to go down there for a couple of days just to really enjoy the islands a little bit. But yeah, they do have island tours just for the day, but it's quite a strenuous day I think, and a lot of bus sitting. But you can get over there quite cheaply, and you can get over there from Alcudia Port too. Obviously if you take your car, I don't know if you can even take your hire car. All good questions actually. I should really do that trip next year. Check this out, how beautiful. This is really a picture postcard Puerto Pollensa this afternoon. Retro, you are asking if dogs are allowed on the beach at this time of year. Yes, they are. From the 1st of November, the dogs went running onto the beaches. And they'll be allowed on the beach as well until the start of the tourism season. So until, I think it's the 1st of May. So on the 30th of April is their last walkies on the beach. And for obvious reasons as well, they're not allowed on the beach during the summer months. Let's have a look. So is the I can see the 1919. Is that open? Yes, it is. And in fact, we do seem to have quite a few places open. Let's go and have a quick look. So we've got the 1919 open. Look, check this out. We won't go up to, my goodness me, it's busy down here. Well, I wasn't expecting this afternoon. Look, most of the restaurants are actually open, and they're all really, really busy with holiday makers as well. Not holiday makers, with residents. So that is really, really good to see. Might be a few holiday makers down here. Let me know if you come over to Puerto Pollensa off season and whether you just self-package your own holiday over here with a low-cost flight and your own hotel. Look at this, it's so busy. Now, I don't think I've ever been down here during the winter months and I've seen so many people out eating in November. Wow. Anders, the first time you came to Mallorca was in 1968. My goodness me, that was a long time ago. I did say this to someone actually on the Facebook group last night. If you do have photos from back then that you do want to share on the Facebook group, just take a picture of them with your mobile phone and just post them on the Facebook group, because we'd absolutely love to see. Look guys, I've come out just outside the Diner Hotel here. Should we just have a quick sneak peek into the square? I'm just intrigued to see how busy it is actually, because we have, let's go and have a look. The square's just up here where they do have the weekly market. We'll get back to the Pine Walk in just a second. But maybe the waterfront is the place to be at this time of year because of the views. Yes, Anders, Mallorca was pretty much a different place back in the 1960s, and it was very much a very poor and simple island back then. Now it's more like Monaco, or so it seems, with the prices going up and just ridiculous prices for things at the moment. Let's have a quick look. So we're going to have the weekly market here, still running through the winter in the main square, but have they just kept the seafront restaurants open? Yes, they have. And it makes sense as well, it's very shady around here, so it could be quite cool eating. Although, look, I can see there's one place open and it's the Indian right across the square. I can see someone sitting at a table. But it's very, very, very empty down here. Come on, let's head on back down towards the Pine Walk. Let's go and see what that's like today. Told you, said somebody at the bottom. Is that you, John? Yeah, you're right. It makes sense actually. If you're going to have a sunny day and you want to go out and eat, then no better place than the waterfront here in Puerto Pollensa. So I do love though that the Indian restaurant has stayed open. It's the same over in Alcudia Port. The little Indian does stay open there pretty much year round as well. So you can always go and get something to eat. And we're coming out and I'm seeing even more places open too. Goodness me. Yes, Les. So, oh, look, you've said, why is the bus station so far from the port? I don't know, actually. I always wonder that because for me it would probably make more sense, probably for environmental reasons maybe, but they've got restricted traffic flow along the port. And they've got a one-way system too. And for me it would make more sense to have the bus station where the tourist information office is, which we've just gone past. But I think with the traffic and the buses pouring in and out, they haven't done that, and that's a shame, because if they look at the people coming here, I know a lot of you have been coming here for many years, so we do have a lot of people over here with maybe walking issues as well. And the bus station it's a good 500 metres up the road, which, well, just down by the 1919 cafe, much further down where we just passed. So not really happy about that. Oh my goodness, look, got the first of our hotels here boarded up. The Miramar have got their boards up. But right next door they do have a nice restaurant open, and to the other side as well. All these restaurants are absolutely packed, so you can imagine if they did have a few more hotels that stayed open over the winter, and we had tourists that did come over as well during the winter months, that, well, they'll be pretty busy. So John, you're saying the Miramar is surprisingly cheap. Shush, don't tell everybody. They might go and put the prices up. Yes, thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I kind of agree with you about the bus yet. I thought it was down there actually. I thought that's where they had it. But yeah, because of the traffic and the pollution, and they just want to keep this area nice and open with the amount of tourists that we have over here as well. Oh, Keith, oh bless you. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for your super chat this afternoon. That's very kind of you. I'll tell you what, just coming down here, it does feel like, when you've been walking a little bit in the sunshine, it just feels so warm. It actually feels that it's now warmer than 22 degrees. I'm absolutely boiling. Now, look, we have news from the Cispins Hotel. The next season opening is on the 25th of March. So I'm guessing that may well be the Thursday before Good Friday, possibly. The opening for Easter weekend. Here's just have a quick look at the Cappuccino restaurant here. Again, all closed up for the winter. I'm pretty sure they could have maybe kept that open. But look, it would have been nice actually if they just had one hotel down here that was open. I'm sure many of you guys would actually come in over and stay for the winter. Annette, hello from Dublin. You're very welcome. I absolutely love coming down here, and I thought of all the places I could come today. Well, this weekend I thought, well, I hadn't made any recorded content from Alcudia for a while, so it was a toss-up really from doing a live from here or from Alcudia, but I think there's just a little bit more to see over here in Puerto Pollensa, and I know you guys really appreciate these lives too. And we do have another little cafe open further down here as well. I seem to remember last year there was just literally about 1 or 2 restaurants open. I'll turn the camera around in a second for you to have a little look. Let me just come up a little bit further. Look, so we've got it's a Cafe Del Mar, which is open. Retro as well, you've asked if their campsites open. We don't have campsites over here. They do prefer visitors to go and stay in the many expensive hotels that we do have over here. There's a big van culture and a big caravan culture, but there's no sites really for them at the moment. They do park up on the roads, which is a bit of a shame. Will there be a campsite in the future? There has been rumour of one actually. So let's see what happens in the coming year. You never know, we may get a campsite down here. I can see the Traveller is coming in from a dry East Lothian, quite possibly the only dry place in the UK. Look, I can see a couple of people contemplating a swim this afternoon. I'd be intrigued to know, actually, I still have a poll running on my channel, on my community tab. Would you come over to Mallorca if there were hotels open and services open? Would you come over at this time of year? Please continue to vote on that, because I think the more people that see that poll as well, I'm just going to keep it running over the winter, may well influence some change in the future. Who knows? But every single winter there's always the conversation about whether Mallorca should be open year round, whether it should be a 365-day destination. And when you see weather like this, thanks global warming, you kind of think, well, it would be good to have an offering in each resort. Maybe have a lifeguard maybe have one lifeguard in each resort. A few restaurants, a few bars open, some things to do. It's perfectly possible, and I know as well from going to the UK in November that if I was living in the UK, I think I'd rather be here even if it was a little bit cooler. And we're going to hit maybe around 16, 17 degrees for a few days this week. But I'm pretty sure in the sunshine it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. And actually, any of you guys on the live this afternoon, please give your recommendations for hotels that you have stayed in this summer. It may not be 30 degrees today, but as you can see, it's perfectly possible to swim, and there are people literally throwing themselves into the water this afternoon. So yes, I can just see a question. I can't got a very long YouTube subscriber name. Is it different? Is winter different in Mallorca than the Canary Islands or mainland Spain? It is actually, because we're a little bit further north, it gets cooler here and it gets very humid and damp as well. And we do get some absolutely gorgeous days here over the winter, like this one. But sometimes we do get some rain and some storms as well. So when the temperature does dip, it can be pretty cold. I must admit, only last winter I think I put my the heating on for about a week. I think that was it. But not a lot is done really for tourism in the winter, and every year they always have the conversation that they'll try and keep the season extended, and it never really happens. So maybe with a few more restaurants opening, we just need a few more flights, a few more hotels, and maybe we can have a bit more of a winter season over here. Yes, and Diane, the Hotel Saratoga is a wonderful hotel in the centre of Palma. That is a great place actually to have a really balanced city break. They have, not only do they have a swimming pool on their roof, might be a bit cold to swimming pools at this time of year, but you're perfectly positioned to get the bus over to the beaches around where I live, around Calamior Way and Ilietes. And then of course you're in the centre of Palma, so you've got all the fantastic restaurants and the Christmas lights and everything going on there too. Look how clear the water is today. It's crazy. Look, literally taking scuba diving. Sort of live snorkel. And I think as the summers get warmer as well, there's just going to be more demand for holidays out of season like today. And of course, if you're coming over here at this time of year, you want to find some restaurants and bars open and be able to sit out and not just walk through really, really empty towns. There's plenty going on in the centre of the island though, so I know how popular that Inca video was. I might actually make a few more videos from the centre of the island over the winter. Make sure you watch them, I shall be checking in on you all. But I'll try and keep them interesting as well, because particularly if you're coming over from other areas of the world and you're looking for other places to stay, it might well be an option, who knows. But more on that later on in the year. Oh, Anders, bless, so your father, who's been everywhere, said that Mallorca was the most beautiful place he'd ever been to. I must admit, I've been to quite a few places in the world as well, and this island does offer the best of both worlds in terms of wanting to live in a beachside destination and just quality of life. We don't tend to need very much over here actually. It's not as, you certainly don't need heating very much. It's quite cheap to live over here in terms of not needing central heating. And also wanting to go to the beach as well. I don't need to save up to go on a beach holiday anywhere. Yes, Tilly, I can imagine actually a lot of you guys over in Canada are going to want to get away from the cold over there and the chilly 6 degrees that you've got today. So even coming over here when the weather's like this, ideally, even if it's a bit cooler, you could then really hike around the island and it's absolutely amazing. You don't really want it to be too hot here when you're hiking or cycling. Is the sea warm? Chris, I haven't been in, I have to admit, but it is warmer now after the summer than it will be in March and April, because it's had all summer to warm up and it's going to take more than a few storms for it to cool down. We need lots of really cold nights and some pretty bad weather as well for the sea to cool. So the coolest time of year actually to go swimming is going to be like in March and April. Once it warms up again in the summer. Yes, Stephen, as well, just going back to the chat about the Canary Islands, you're going to find much more pretty beaches over here too, because I think the Canary Islands, because it's volcanic, they have very black beaches or in certain parts of the islands. I don't know very much about the Canaries, I have to admit. I would actually like to go and check it out at some point. I will do in the future at some point as well, when my daughter's much older. I'd like to see how the islands compare to. Go and meet some of the other YouTubers that live and film down there too. Will be quite interesting. Get them to show me around, because I know absolutely nothing about the Canaries. Is it nicer than here? I'd like to say no at this point. I'm sure they'd disagree. Jim, you're asking if the Soyer train is open and running. Yes, it is. They take it out of service for just a few weeks, but it is currently still operating, the train and tram, on a reduced timetable. I'm not quite sure which weeks it is out actually. It's normally around January time, I think. I'll bring you an update on that as well, because I will be going back to Soyer to make some content at some point. But you don't need to worry either. If you are coming over in the winter and the train is out of use, then you can quite easily get the bus. They've got lots of buses running down to Soyer and also down to the port. Stephen, thank you for that update about the temperature. It's 20 degrees. Des, I'm losing the sound. Oh my goodness, can you all still hear me? Please let me know. Malcolm, you've got torrential rain in Stoke. Oh my goodness. Not good. Jimmy, over the 22nd to the 29th, brilliant. I'll definitely try and get an update about that, but you should be fine. In terms of transport, there's always plenty of transport going to and from Sawyer. Oh my goodness, you'll have a different experience as well, hopefully with without so many visitors over there at this time of year too. Ricky from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, good afternoon. I was wondering if you're going to join. Thank you so much for joining today. Caroline, you're saying that the Canaries are pretty much like Mallorca, but just hotter in the winter. You see, by February, I'm going to be a little bit fed up actually with the winter weather over here. So if it really is a lot hotter over there, I might have to go and pay them a visit. Seen another comment as well from, I can't see your username, but you also agree that they're pretty similar. And thank you for letting me know. Caroline, thank you. Ian, good afternoon from the northeast of England, from Newcastle. I hope the weather is a bit better up there. Got quite a few people on the Pine Walk this afternoon. I'm obviously just like panning the camera around as they approach me. I don't want to just film their faces. So quite a few people out for a walk today, which is quite nice. Just check out this view, look at this, absolutely beautiful. Justin, I know, it's such a shame that the hotels along the Pine Walk have had to close their doors. I think if they knew that people would come and book for these months, they would stay open, but I guess they can't afford to stay open. And also not probably being able to provide any heating for any days that we do get that are cold or rainy as well. Just going to pan the camera around here, look, just so you can have a quick look across the bay while I'm under the tree. So the sun shouldn't, it's beaming into the camera a little bit, but just so you can have a little look. So we're walking along the Pine Walk here. I can see some people there commenting. If we continue along, we're on the Pine Walk here in Puerto Pollensa. If we keep walking along here, we're going to end up walking past a very historical hotel, which is called the Illador. Agatha Christie, the very famous writer, stayed here back in the day. It's had a huge variety of celebrities staying there over the years as well, and if we keep walking we end up at a military base which we can't go beyond, so we're going to head that way now. What is Alcudia like compared to Puerto Pollensa? I'd say that Puerto Pollensa is more of a historical resort in terms of, it's just a very, very different place actually. Alcudia is very package holiday based. Yes, this is package holiday based as well, but there's a lot of history surrounding Puerto Pollensa with the historical hotels and the Pine Walk that never really changes, and well, lots of changes have been made to the resort over the years. you have this lovely walkway that comes through the town and follows the resort along. In Alcudia, it's all about the beach. It's a shame actually that they have the main road that runs through the main resort centre as well, so it's a little bit different in that respect. Also, Alcudia is just a little bit cheaper too. I find the prices down here to be very inflated over here in the port. I think get yourself a famous writer and some nice views and a few historical hotels and pop the prices up by about 20%, and there you have it. But yeah, it's a lot more expensive over here. Even just getting things like ice cream, it's a lot more expensive, and eating out. Now, look, we're outside the Ile d'Or, I'm outside the very famous hotel I've just mentioned. Let's have a quick look. Whoop. So it looks like they're going to be doing some renovations over here over the winter months. They do have a very famous restaurant as well called the 1929. But it's beautiful. This hotel's been here for a very, very long time. Whoop. And I'm actually just in the area here. I'm in the restaurant area. I've just kind of wandered into it. Normally they have chairs out. If you look back on my previous videos, my previous live streams, you know, they have some tables out here. They have live music. Oh, I have another Alcudia question. Do I know much about the hotels over in Alcudia? I know a bit, and I do have a video on my channel from the BQ, lost my words then, the BQ Delphine Azul Hotel, which I made last summer. You can check out, have a look at my video as well, you'll see some locations of hotels too. Oh, I can see a question asking about my daughter's toe as well. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, she's still on crutches. I'm absolutely exhausted because the doctors told her to put her foot up for most of the week, but she's back in school on crutches, but she's doing fine. So hopefully this week, a big improvement again. Back to the hospital tomorrow for another checkup. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers and toes crossed on that one, I think. Hasn't been a fun few weeks, have to admit. And Anders, yes, you are right about the Ile d'Or just behind me here. Winston Churchill also stayed here. Got another very famous hotel up this side of the island. It's the Hotel Formentor, which is just round the point here, just round the bay, and that's also welcomed many celebrities over the years. Well, prime ministers, movie stars, general famous people too, and that's being rebuilt, so it'll be interesting to see if that's going to be up and running for next year too. And Roman, you are watching from Denmark today, and you're very welcome. I enjoy doing it, absolutely. Definitely doing the lives are the fun bit of the channel, I must say. So I really appreciate that you guys are tuning in for these. Yes, Des, I'm live right at the moment. Yes, and I did go around the market as well, but it's dead. The square is completely dead. If you go back in the live, you'll see that there's nothing open but the Indian restaurants. Andrew, you're asking me, do boat trips end in October? Yes, they do. The tourism boat trips, yes, they do end on the 31st of October, again, which is such a shame. Maybe if you kept going for a few days just after. And what's the closest resort next to Palma? Oh my goodness, I'm losing the signal. Yeah. I think I just lost you all for a moment then. I do apologise. I hope you haven't gone away just yet. I just had a question there asking the nearest resort to Palma Airport, and that's going to be I think I lost you again as well. I do apologise. Let me see if I can get a better signal. Bear with me, I'm going to head on down these steps here and just go out onto little jetty. It's always a little bit iffy down here in terms of signal, maybe because of the military base, who knows. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, what are the chances of me getting across there without getting wet? Pretty much nil. I'm going to have to go back up. Sorry guys, in fact I'm going to go down the next one because I think I don't want to head to where the signal is pretty bad over there. Let me head down to this little jetty. It's a bit of a battle for the jetties today. I hope these people don't mind. I'm just going to pop down very quickly. Just want to give you a few more views of Puerto Pollença before I head off this afternoon. I mean, what an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. Guys, am I back okay? Let me know. I hope so. Yeah, Anders, can you imagine? If you hear a splash and the camera drops, you'll know what's happened. I'm literally in the water here. Well, not quite, but I just wanted to give you some amazing views of Puerto Pollença here before I finish the stream today. Des, you're saying the sun that's come out in Nottinghamshire. You see, I've sent it over for you. I did promise. Guys, thank you so much for all of you who joined the live stream today. I know not many of you are thinking about summer holidays at the moment when we've got Christmas just around the corner. So for everyone who's watching this live and everyone who's watching the replay, I really appreciate your views basically on this video. And also huge thanks as well for everyone who super chatted to me today, which obviously puts fuel in my tank to allow me to get out to these lovely resorts over the winter. Now let me know as well if you'd like me to live stream anywhere else on the island. If we do have the weather for it, I will do a live stream. It's not a problem. I will get out and about. If we don't have the weather for it, then I'll just put out a video as normal, but as long as we've got the weather, then it'll be rude not to, really, and just to make the most of this amazing winter weather that we have over here in Mallorca. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me just give you a few more views of the port. And look, there's the military base that I mentioned over there, and look, you can just see up towards Formentor Way. What an amazing afternoon. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing Sunday from wherever you are watching in the world, and I shall see you on the next video. I think I should have one coming out tomorrow, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Goodbye for now.